You may have heard of the term Fermi Paradox before. In its simplest form, the term asks the question, if intelligent life is common in the universe, then where is everybody? Over the years, scientists and researchers have been scrutinizing this question, and recently they have come up with a hypothesis that intensified the thought of this theory. Let's see what it's all about. Welcome back to the Theory of Science. Before we move on to the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Also hit the bell icon for more updates. So, this all started in the 50s. Enrico Fermi was a physicist who created the world's first prototype nuclear reactor. At lunch in Los Alamos, he was chatting with colleagues about a cartoon showing aliens emerging from a flying saucer bringing trash cans stolen from New York City. That's when Fermi asked, "Where is everybody?" Everyone understood he was referring to the fact that there weren't any solid evidence of alien visits to our big blue planet. The conversation then turned to interstellar travel, where Fermi concluded interstellar flight might not be possible, might not be worth the effort, or technological civilization doesn't last long enough to invent interstellar travel. The Milky Way is about 14 billion years old. In the beginning, it wouldn't have been a great place for life because things burst a lot, but after 1 to 2 billion years, the first habitable planets were created. Earth is only 4.5 billion years old, so there have likely been billions of chances for life to happen on other planets in the past. If only one of them had built into a space-traveling super-civilization, we would have seen by now. What would such a civilization appear like? There are 3 categories. Type 1. Type 1 civilizations could get a hold of the whole energy available on its planet. Type 2 could be a civilization with the capacity to harness all the energy of its home solar system, and Type 3 is a civilization that controls its whole galaxy and its energy. Suppose we were to develop generation spaceships that could maintain a population for around 1,000 years. We could get a hold of that whole galaxy in 2 million years. Sounds like a long time? But remember, the Milky Way is huge, so it would take 1 million years to colonize the whole galaxy. There are likely millions, if not billions, of planets that contain life in a Milky Way, and these other life forms have had substantially more time than we have had. Then where are all these extraterrestrials? This is the Fermi Paradox, and nobody has an answer to it. Curious to know the assumptions? Stay tuned to the end of the video. For more content like this, subscribe to our channel. So, to begin with though, let's hold up a mirror to ourselves. We are the only instance of life arising in the universe that we know of. The great human experiment of civilization has been carried out for thousands of years. It has produced many different types of society: socialist, capitalist, hunter-gatherer, nomadic, and theocratical, to name just a few. If we were to understand the behavior of alien civilizations, we need to consider societies. We thus have quite a few ideas to compare, considering how aliens might behave. Let's examine 2 great extremes and see how they might influence alien civilization. These 2 extremes are altruism and aggression. We'll begin with violence. While this may be a pessimistic starting point, it is sadly one we must consider because as human civilization has developed throughout eras, different groups of humans have almost always clashed violently. This ties into the evolutionary idea that competition always occurs when there are more than organisms than resources. Humans are organisms, and we need resources to live. And so, all too often, war has been fought over resources throughout the ages. So, with a sample size of exactly 1, we have to at least consider the possibility that other alien races are the same as us, driven by a need for resources to support an ever-growing population. Of course, when it comes to societies, there are even more reasons why clashes might occur. This is not even to mention that some cultures idolize violence, deeming themselves worthy of only when they win victories, such as Viking raiders or Spartan hoplites. Others seek to build empires, recognizing that it's much easier to take wealth from others than to build it yourself. The second option is simply indifference. With billions of years of history at play, it might not be the case that we are at technological parity with all the other forms of life out there. Alien life might simply be so far beyond us. They regard us dispassionately as we might an ant. They might not be talking to us because we have nothing interesting to say. We may have value as a curiosity, something to be left alone to flourish simply because they've decided that we have some value as a specimen in some grand cosmic zoo. And as any zookeeper will tell you, the closer you can get to an enclosure to look like an animal's natural habitat, the happier that animal normally is. While they may not care about us, they may not want to alarm us by stepping into our natural habitat. In fairness, this is a valid line of reason. Both ideas about alien behavior are bleak, so you'll be glad to know that there is one alternative to hatred and indifference, and in fact, it may prove to be the most realistic for higher levels of society. Why is this more likely outcome than violence? Simply put, technology forces it. Not only do we remove barriers to communication the more advanced our communication gets, but as our ability to destroy ourselves increases, there simply isn't an alternative except learning how to get along. While they might still be aggressive to outsiders initially, ultimately they have attempted to take this to the next level, embracing new alien races as brothers and sisters, part of a great galactic whole. It's just a continuation of the trend. Then why don't we see them? Well, perhaps they prefer to let us learn our historical lessons about the value of cooperation before speaking to us. An aggressive race would not benefit the galactic community as a whole, so until we learn to get along, advanced alien races might not want to share their ideas and technologies with us. Saying that, we have come to an end. If you like this video, then make sure to hit the like button. Check out other videos on our channel. We will see you in the next episode. Until then, goodbye!